Welcome to my fireside chat and my new series, Is Your Agent Working For You or Against You? Sounds strange. What agent wouldn't be working on behalf of their client? Oh, I'm so sorry to tell you. Wait till you hear this one. So here's the first in the series. In MLS, there are agents who are writing in something we call firm remarks, not available for the public to see. So you can't see these remarks in Zillow or in Redfin or on Remax.com. You can only see them if you're an agent. And in the firm remarks it says, offers with escalation clauses will not be presented. Now, what's an escalation clause? For those of you who don't keep up with all those little details of real estate, an escalation clause is when a buyer wants to make the terms of his offer very attractive to a seller, and yet in these, when you're competing against 10, 15, 20 offers, you just don't know how high to go. You're sincere, you want to pay the most money, you understand you're not paying today's prices but tomorrow's prices, and you write into your offer a base price that you're willing to pay, and then if it's not high enough, you say, in the event this is not the highest offer, then I'm willing to pay X amount more than any other bona fide offer, and we like to write without a home sale contingency, because after all, someone who has a house to sell can't buy the house. They're not in a position to. So we eliminate those people out of the gate because they're always willing to pay high when they can't perform. But anyway, we digress. So what's happening in the marketplace is that buyers are being totally shut down without even having an opportunity to write their best offer. Now, let's talk about this a little bit. What is happening? I think that some agents are simply not trained on how to handle escalation clauses, and now they're getting more than one during an offer period, and they don't know how to deal with it, so they're just nixing it. They can't deal with it. I think that there are some really old-fashioned managers in the business that this isn't the way we used to do business, and they don't like it. They think it's unfair. Matter of fact, there's a very big fancy pants real estate company in Arlington that doesn't use them. And I've actually seen some agents from that company and another company that doesn't like them say, oh, we can't present an offer with an escalation clause, but I use them when I have buyers and I'm going out of town. How unfair is that? So anyway, an escalation clause is more than just being willing to pay more than anyone else. And by the way, I have never met in my entire life a seller who didn't want an offer that was more money than another offer. It's just the nature of the business. Who doesn't want more money? I recently sold my house and I was thrilled to have several escalation clauses. And we were able to parlay that to a great offer. Now, I understand that sometimes you can't go back to several people who have escalation clauses, but that is like what happens in a good high-stakes poker game. You signal what's going on to those around you, right? And in bridge, you want to signal to your partner that you want to work with how to go forward. And when a buyer puts in an escalation clause, it's a buyer tactically and strategically saying, listen, I'm very serious. At least come back to me in round two. So I've heard countless stories of agents who say, Linda, you won't believe this. I was shot down. My client wasn't allowed to present their offer with an escalation clause, and they didn't get the house. But if they had, my people would have been glad to pay that price plus X amount, $10,000, $20,000, $25,000 more. I've seen escalation clauses for as high as $250,000 more than any other bona fide offer. Really, sellers don't want this? You're going to write in MLS that we don't accept it? I don't understand why MLS is allowing people to do that, because it is against the Code of Ethics to not present offers, and this is the Code of Ethics language. All offers must be presented as written, objectively, and forthwith. Those are the three elements. You have to present all offers right away, as they were written, and objectively. You're supposed to be open-minded when you have an offer. And yet, some of these listing agents are poisoning their sellers, saying, you don't want any escalation clauses, and the sellers don't know any better, and they're buying this BS, and it is BS. And this is how it really translates to money. I'm looking at market areas in greater Boston, and it turns out if you look at Middlesex County, the average sale price to list price is 94%. It mirrors exactly the sale price to list price in Suffolk County, 94%. In a lot of our towns in greater Boston, they're not as hot as they were last year because prices have gone up. Think of Arlington and Melrose, where sale to list prices are only at 100%. And then I looked at some of our top agents in our company. What kind of sale to list price are they doing when they list a lot of property? Well, I know a lot of them are at 103, 104, 105. The team we run out of Melrose with Allison Socia, Ramsey Fretz, and Kim Izzy is averaging 106.84% and is the #1 listing agent in town. What does that tell you? That these strategies work. That listening to good agents who are doing the right things and aren't sneaking around behind your back and putting things in MLS that will keep good buyers from being able to procure your property at the best sales price is crazy. So that being said, I want to thank you for joining me on my fireside chat. And is your agent working for you or against you? I'm Linda Okaneski. See you next week.